Hi. Just got out of the shower, so pardon my 80s hair, unless you like it, in which case suck my 80s hair. But it has been 2 years since I quit drinking. The actual anniversary date would be midnight Halloween this year. And since then, a lot of things, a lot of positive things have taken place. One, you can see we're in a new house. We're renting it, not buying it. We're not rich by any means, so don't think that quitting drinking is going to make you rich. But it has afforded us a lot more than it used to. We're still not the greatest financially, but freeing up that extra booze money has helped us out in ways you wouldn't believe. And not just freeing up booze money. I'll give you a quick rundown. Not long after I quit drinking, I had a back problem that put me out of work at my old job, and I was lucky enough to be able to be drafted into the Cracked columnist spot. I'm John Cheese over at Cracked, so if you read any columns there with that name, that's me. I also picked up a layout job for Cracked, which means a lot of the captions and select articles under the pictures, and then the pictures themselves and the photoshopping. That's done by me and 3 other people do that. But it gave me steady work that I can do from here in my house that paid better than my last job, and allowed me the freedom to work on a more flexible schedule, and more importantly, allowed me to do work that didn't injure my body. I'm 37 years old this year, and I was doing the job of basically an 18-year-old guy. I physically couldn't do it anymore. So since that happened, and since I quit drinking, the money was better. I'm not spending nearly the money that I was spending because booze is out of the picture. I've also, this is kind of strange, I don't know if anybody else went through this or not, but once I quit drinking, I had to pick up other things to take the place of that booze. And if I got a real bad craving, I would just get up and start cleaning, and I would do it for a couple of hours. It got to the point to where now if I see the slightest thing out of place, I have to correct it. It drives me crazy. So I've actually almost developed this weird-ass OCD, and everything in the house has to be exactly right. In fact, I'm looking beyond the camera at my kitchen table in there, and the tablecloth is offset just a little bit, and it's everything I can do to not pause the video right now and go fix that fucking thing. It's driving me nuts. But a lot of things like that happened. I started paying a lot closer attention to my finances and worrying more about not going check to check. Now that doesn't always work. I mean, I'm still not rich by any means, like I said, but we've been able to manage our money a lot better than what we did when I was drinking. Because when I was drinking, if I had extra money, that meant I had extra beer, period. Every night of the fucking week, if I had extra money, I was spending it on booze, or putting it back so that I could buy booze the next day. And now, instead of being satisfied with having $0 and breaking even on my bank account every week, I'm making myself look towards the end of the month and the end of the year, and trying to figure out what I'm going to have on the positive side of a bank account. And it's a lot easier when you're clear-minded and sober. So my last apartment was it was basically 3 rooms. It had a bedroom, 1 bedroom. It had a living room that was literally a quarter of the size of the one I'm sitting in right now, and it had a kitchen. And of course, it had a bathroom, but that was it. I have 3 kids, and on the weekends, I'm divorced, and on the weekends, that's when I get the kids. And so with me, my girlfriend, and 3 kids in that apartment, on the weekends, we all slept in the same room. But it's 3 beds, everybody's cramped in that room, there's barely enough room to walk. In the living room during the day, when when people wanted to watch TV, you get 5 people cramped in literally an 8-foot wide space, maybe 10-foot wide space, and it's only about twice that that length. It may be 15 to 20 feet long, and 20 feet's really pushing it. But you'd have 5 people cramped in there with 2 computers, 2 computer desks. There wasn't enough room for a couch. In some of my older videos, you'll see a futon there. That could no longer fit in the living room once we got the computer desks and stuff in there. So once we moved into this house, it was a world of freaking difference. It was, the kids have room to run and play. We have a nice sized yard. We have 3 bedrooms here now. We have 2 bathrooms. We got a nice kitchen. It's small, but I'm not going to complain because the rest of the house is so nice. But anyway, I want to give you a short tour of the house and show you how things are different compared to my old place, simply by quitting booze and having all those different things align the way they're supposed to. I went from living in sheer freaking poverty to living like a normal human. So let me show you what the difference looks like. First off, that is a 46-inch flat screen TV with the Xbox and a whole bunch of games and stuff. We found this one on sale, so again, we didn't go out and spend $3,000 on a TV, but we found one that was nice and on sale. We have a decent bookshelf with lots of books in it. We've got a decent couch that basically the kids use when we're playing video games, otherwise everybody stays in a different room. I'll show you that room in a minute. These are my pictures. That's the broken link or broken image symbol from old browsers. I have 4 of those up across the room. This is our dining room, and this is where I do all my work for Cracked. It's my giant desk. It is a 16-foot L-shaped desk. It's actually 2 desks that we put together. It's Emily's computer. That's our old TV. It's a 32-inch flat screen. You can see a little cord running down on the right-hand side. That runs to my PC, and that way when we watch things on Netflix and stuff like that, we can stream it in high definition directly to that. And then that's my coffee and tea that I always have side by side. And of course there's Cracked. This is a pretty nice dining room. It's all hardwood. This is my son's room. This is the bed that I used to have. It's a queen size bed. We finally upgraded so he could actually get a decent one because he's a big kid. He's big into video games just like we are. He's got his little computer desk there that we're going to eventually put a computer on. For right now he's bound to fucking ours up with all the porn and snuff videos that he loves to watch, and his bestiality videos. But he's finally got his own room. He'll be 13 in December, so it's about damn time that he got his own room. This is the room of my middle son, Drew, and my youngest daughter, Adrian. They got their little bunk beds with their white sheets. They're pretty plain kids. He's also a video game freak, and he's got these little Nerf guns that he likes to shoot. So just the other night he put up human and zombie targets to fire at. My little girl's posters, after I put those up, she informed me that she no longer likes princesses, so I have to take those down. And then eventually we'll be putting that 32-inch TV in here so they can have their own little game system thing set up. But they finally got their own room too, so they're pretty happy. And this is my room, well, mine and Emily's room. Well, we finally are able to get a room of our own, thank God. No kids laying around with us and all that. That's the bed where we do all of our hardcore XXX porn fucking. And then we've actually got pictures and stuff on the walls. Dressers and fans and all that. We have 2 bathrooms, but I'm not going to show you that because honestly, who gives a shit? Nobody gives a crap about looking at some guy's bathroom. The only way I would do it is if I actually had to take a crap right now, in which case I would show about 15 minutes worth of our bathroom. But the point is, there are so many positive things that have happened since I quit drinking. And these are just things that you can physically see, that you can walk through and touch and taste and feel and smell. And there's so many other things that have happened behind the scenes emotionally and spiritually and mentally. there are so many positive things that happened. It's impossible to sit and list them off without writing a full book or doing a 2-hour after-school special type of movie. But it's, health-wise, I'm a whole lot better than I was before I quit drinking. Mentally, I'm a lot sharper. I could have never written an article a week while I was drunk, and in fact, I would have never been offered the job if I was still drinking every night. I've been told that straight up by some of the people who worked at Cracked. And it's a great motivation when you look back on that stuff, and luckily I've got the friend who I can go to and say, hey, I'm having a craving, and he can say, you just need somebody to remind you that your ass would still be working factory-type jobs if you still drank, because you wouldn't be able to be trusted with a site that depends on you every week to come through with your articles on time and to be able to pull the traffic that they pull. If I couldn't be depended on for that, it's not a problem to just axe my column spot. So if I were still drinking, it would be no problem whatsoever for me to just fire up World of Warcraft, put off the layout or the column for as long as possible, or just decide I wasn't going to do it at all and just sit around and play video games and drink all day. But it does get a lot easier. I'm a testament to that. I still have days in the week where I want to go buy booze. I still have a couple times a month where it's pretty powerful and I have to fight it. But there are so many days where I just don't even think about it. It's not on my mind like it used to be. I get up and I do my routines, I do my writing, I do my layouts, and alcohol just doesn't even enter my thought system at all. It doesn't enter into that routine. Again, there are going to be times that you're going to crave it. There are nights where I have to talk to my girlfriend Emily and tell her I'm craving horribly tonight. We have to find something to do to get my mind off of this. She'll help me out. She'll make a pot of coffee. We'll get some Magic the Gathering cards or something. We'll take a little time away from work and we'll just sit around and play Magic, or we'll watch. We've been watching the seasons of Scrubs from scratch. Small things like that make a world of difference once you're into the regular everyday living part of quitting booze. Because those first couple of months are not everyday living. They're far from it. They're a constant battle, and it's hard, and sometimes it feels like torture. I'm telling you, with all sincerity, it's absolutely worth it to go through it. Because once you get past that hump, and it is a pretty fucking big hump, but once you get past that hump, it's so much easier, and your life becomes so much better for it. Not only yours, but everybody around you. Emily was never a big drinker, and her life was stuck where my life was because we lived together. She was stuck in that shithole with me. And after I quit and we decided to find a bigger and better place, her life improved because my life improved. Try to keep that in mind above all of the other things, is that when you quit, you're not just making your life better, you're making dozens of lives better. When your shitty moods stop happening, or if you happen to be one of those drunks that likes to fight whenever they get booze in them, that shit stops, and it improves everyone around you.